We completed the 3-day vision board boot camp yesterday, and it was amazing. We got a lot of new members now signing up for the upcoming batch, and it's been a wonderful journey so far. And I want to express my gratitude to the universe for making this happen, that we were now able to successfully conduct a new workshop. We've been able to do workshops like for a long time, and every time had, it's always been an opportunity to meet a lot of wonderful people and really form strong, very, very strong connections. So I want you to just in your journal, take out your journal, and in your journal, I want you to just write what has been your big wins from the past week. Is it, one, or you can write 1 to 3 wins from the past week. Is it that you had been successful in doing all the tasks? Is it that you had been successful in doing all the tasks? Is it that you were able to do something? What is your, is it that you had been able to remain consistent with the habit? Yes. So now I want you to reflect upon this next question. What has been one great lesson you have learned in the past 1 week? I learned so much more about myself in terms of patience, consistency, in terms of showing up, in terms of putting myself out there, even when I really always did not feel like it. And the reward has always been amazing, of course, but many times we forget. We forget about the effort that something requires. So, what has been one great learning lesson, one big lesson you've had? Think about it, reflect upon it. And as you do this, as you write, I just want you to feel your gratitude. Just express your gratitude towards the world for giving you this opportunity. Now, next, I hope you all been able to write at least one learning experience from the past week, which was really a great, great blessing for you. Now, I want you to assess your week based off your goals, based off the goals and the missions, aim you have set for yourself. Are you really staying on track? Are there any improvements that you can make? Is what you're doing now in line with the bigger picture? If not, What is an improvement that you can make? For example, I realized that the last week I had been very busy. In fact, I had been so busy that I even struggled to make time to give feedback after the video and not been able to fully give feedback for the Notion. And there are many people who have not completed the task. And I struggled to really, uh, I struggled to really reach out to people typically the way that I always do in the ending of the last week. And this primarily happened because I was felt so busy with the boot camp. And had I planned ahead much more earlier, had I been much more, had I put the proper systems in place, I know that I would be able to make time for all the things that I want. Like it would not have made me so busy. So this is an improvement that I'm going to make. Right, the background music is too loud. Okay. Yes. No. So I know that this is an improvement. This is certainly an improvement that I want to make in the from the past week. Now tell me, I want you to now think what is an improvement that you can make. Now yours might be very different. Maybe yours might be that I am not really waking up every morning. I really need to do it. Or yours might be I'm not really posting more consistently. I need to do it. I'm not drawing enough. Maybe I'm not writing enough. I'm not making time for it. You can reflect back upon the habits, your habit tracker, and see if there are any effects. So it's actually raining and it's very loud raining here. And I actually thought that that was playing here. Kerala rains are beautiful. I want you to yes. I want you to comment. What is that main improvement that you can bring from the past week to the to this week? You can also think about things that you have been procrastinating too much on. Yes. Waiting for your comments. What's an improvement that you can make from the past week? It's always important that as much as we express our gratitude, as much as we write all the things we learned, it's also find ways to constantly keep improving. You know that even if you feel like your life is perfect, there are always small tweaks and adjustments that you can make. Maybe something new you can do. I think, if your life is too perfect and everything is going too well for you, then it's about time you challenge yourself a little further. I firmly believe in that. Yes, everyone. What's a small improvement that you can make from that week to this, from your previous week to the coming week? Yes, guys, I'm waiting for your comments. Rework on the schedule based on things worked and not worked last week. Yes, certainly that's an improvement that you can make, right? You can, as you plan your calendar this week, as your time block this week, as you plan your days this week, I want you to really think about what worked, what did not work, and what you can do better. What about others? What's a key improvement that you can make? If you feel nothing is that, let me ask you, how many of you did Notion? Rework and update the journal pages, okay? What about others? Dinner at 7 p.m. certainly, right? Having an early dinner is having a great thing. Dinner is a great improvement because I'll tell you, ideally, if you are able to eat, you should be able to have your last meal 3 hours before sleep, 3 to 4 hours before sleep, and that is guaranteed to get you a good sleep. So yes, for Neelam, she's going to go through the recording and she's going to now catch up on the pending lessons and sessions, right? And so when you say be more regular with yoga, Kalpana, I want you to think how regular are you going to be? Maybe yours like see, your standard of regularity might be your standard of regularity might be I want to do yoga 4 days a week, but maybe only did 2 days. So I want you to think about, what is that number of days and then write that. Okay. For some people, being regular is doing yoga 2 days a week for 6 days of the week. Maybe that's what some people's standards are. So I want you to set your standards and go there. Yes. Okay. Go for an evening walk and last year at 4 p.m. It's amazing. Lovely. Super, right? So you see, you make these small improvements and adjustments every day of the week and every week. And ideally, I sit down with my thoughts and it takes me 5 minutes. I think about what improvement I can make for the next day, from today to the next day. And that gives a lot of insights and a lot of answers. So let's all now just think about your current day. I want you to reflect upon your day completely from morning till the night, and what is your day going to look like? I can tell you to the dot how today is going to look like. It's actually a very excited. I'm excited for today because I'll be taking a break after after a very, very challenging campaign. We're taking a break. We're watching the Quiet Place Day One. It's going to be 4DX movie experience. We're going to go in the evening. So we're really excited for that. And at night, we're going to go eat out from our favorite restaurant. It's a very exciting day ahead. While the first half of the day, and I will finally be able to catch up, look into the work of all the everyone who submitted the Notion, and I'll be able to give the feedback, and I'll be able to bring everyone on track. It gives me a high, it kind of gives me a high to uh, really see what you all are doing and see, okay, this is what you need to do, I need to fix. So I'm very excited for it. It's always, a great idea to have your day planned to the minute because that will always avoid procrastination. Like right now, the session will be over at 6:30. Then, after which I'll be doing some follow-up work for 15 minutes. Then until 8 a.m., it will be my self-work and my study. I'm currently reading a book oversubscribed. I'm reading it over again for the third time. Following that, from 8 to following that, I go and mix my protein shake and then just refresh myself, go to the gym, return by the gym by 10 to 10:30 is the time. Then I can uh, take a I can have a solid breakfast. 10:30 to 11 is my time for checking messages, answering social media. 11 to 2 p.m. is the time where I sit for focused deep work. 2 p.m. is lunch break. You see, when you have everything dotted to this with this clarity, there is very little scope for procrastination. You know, a lot of things are at stake, and you are setting everything in a way that there is very little time for what happens. If you procrastinate, if there are loose ends, you will procrastinate. When there are no loose ends, when everything is tightly held, chances are that you will want to stay more consistent. Despite what many people say, a very comprehensive list of things to do, a very clear schedule inspires you to go through the day rather than makes it overwhelming. It really doesn't. If you're worried about overwhelm, it's simply because you're worried about what if it does not come. I simply want you to focus on fill it with the things that you genuinely want to do and you enjoy doing it so that you get more excited. You can even schedule breaks and free time. I mean, honestly, you can. You can schedule doom scrolling time. You can schedule break time. You can schedule free time, and you can put all that into your day so that your day really becomes something that you become excited and genuinely look forward to. Oversubscribed. So it's what do you say? It's a book it's a great book, but it is something that is recommended if you are a person who's already having a business and doing fairly well, and you really want to go put a lot of advanced concepts into it, and like really scale your practice. Like if you're already, let's say, you're already earning in thousands and you want to go to lakhs, then that's something that it's a great book for you that I would recommend. Gives out a lot of ideas. So I want you to look into your day with complete clarity and think to the dot what are the things that you need to do. One great thing that you can really add to this is what is a big frog? Something that you've been procrastinating, that you have a tendency to procrastinate. And I want you to make sure that you add time into that. Something which you have a, which you will have a tendency to not do. So yes, look into it, plan. Think about it clearly. Now, so I want you to journal all of this with the time. All right, Kalpana? Great. Superb. So I want you to journal all of that in your book with this thing. And of course, Neelam is on a vacation, so you can think about all the exciting things you want to do in the vacation, and it doesn't really need to be time bound. 2 weekly practices that you can commit if you're not done it in the weekend that you can really commit to doing today is preparing and sharing a time block, schedule time blocked calendar, and making a thing of compiling a weekly do-it list. And that's something that you can really do. Like every month, I set a theme, and based off that theme, I plan all the things that I want to do in this week. For example, while the previous week was about the launch of the Vision Board Bootcamp, this month is going to be about systematizing it, and our aim is to get at least 100 registrations coming in directly from the Facebook ads, and we want that. So that requires some planning, and that's what now our theme is for this coming month. Along with that, of course, a side quest, but always think of your thing as a quest that you want to do, and it becomes very interesting. What's a quest? What's your quest for this month? Imagine yourself on a hero's adventure. What's a quest that the hero wants to get this month? What's a quest for this week? What's the main thing? What's the main challenge that you're trying to overcome this week? And based off that, you can really think of think of your plans ahead. All right. Yes, you are clear with your this. Awesome. So I will explain today's task for you. And in fact, today's task is very simple because it's something that you have done already. Okay, today's task is to share your time block calendar for this coming week. And this time, as you do your time block, as you share your calendar, I want you to go as detailed as possible. I want you to set up on, and again, Kalpana just joined in today, so this is not really for Kalpana. We'll be adding you to a different group. This I'm sharing especially for all the Impact Pro members, like here Gurpreet, Neelam, Dr. Somnath, Subha, Shreya, and Tanya, Nitin. This is for you all. And for all the life crafters, for the life crafters who is here, Maitri, Rajashri, Chanchal, this is something you can also really do. I mean, these habits are something that I don't want you to let go. So really planning your week ahead, it becomes more important for you than ever before. And for Debani as well, who's part of a millionaire family also. This is not something that you want to really let go. So yes, it's something that all of you can do, except maybe for someone who's just joined in yesterday, right? Yes, I'll be dropping that attendance. I'll be dropping that attendance in just a while. So your task for today is number one, you have to share your calendar, you have to make your time block calendar. You can also add time for your personal time, your me time, add time for the session times, add time for your learnings, add time for, and also you can, I've shown you how to add tasks onto it in addition to in addition to events. You go as you schedule, you can always go here and just hit the plus button, and then you can create tasks and you can add tasks with the detail. So now you can really add it with all those little blue dots you're appearing here are the tasks. And you can add the tasks, and I want you to get it as comprehensive as possible. All right. Apart from this, you also have to, many people who are yet to submit their videos, catch up on the Notion. You can use this time and catch up on this Notion session as well. Okay. Before the next live class, I want you all to be very clear with your, I want you all to be very, very clear with what we have done so far. Okay. Just drop the attendance right now. Just drop the attendance, and very quickly, I want you all to mark your attendance. There you go. Let's go very quickly. Want you to mark your attendance. And here right now we are at Monday 6 a.m., right? Week 3, Monday 6 a.m. I saw very little participation for the previous masterclass, week 3. And so that means, many of you are yet to catch up on the recording for the mood board. You're yet to submit your task. So I basically given you an easy task this week because I want you all to catch up on. Want you all to catch up on the mood board, the Notion notes, and many things which are all pending. Okay, this attendance is purely for the Impact Pro members. Within is here, Subha, then Anya, I see, and Neelam, Shreya. Who else? Did I miss anyone? Carol, Carol's marked. Gurpreet is marked now. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's just take a few minutes and the sheet is last week's. No, it is this week's actually. It is this week's. The thing is week three. See, week three. This sheet is for week three for this week. Okay. Now the last week. So now you've done a lot of reflection for the morning. You really processed a lot of information and it feels great. It feels great to start your day with thinking. And morning is an amazing time to think because when you have just woken up from your sleep, your your brain sends out alpha waves, which is the brain waves for creativity. It's the vibration for creativity. And that time between sleep and wake up, that's the time when your brain is at its most creative flow. Let's now just take a few minutes and reset our mind for the day to come. All right, I want you all to now just gently close your eyes, feel a sense of gratitude for being here, say a small thank you to yourself, feel yourself honor, feel yourself sitting and you don't have to lean back or just if you're bending forward, just sit upright in a way that's relaxed, yet your attention is there. And start by just loosening up your body, feeling giving yourself a joy, being there. And slowly watch your thoughts, pay attention to the thoughts as they come and as they go. Now your thought might immediately project you to somewhere in the past, somewhere in the future. Whatever thoughts come, I simply want you to observe your thoughts. Just simply observe your thoughts without being involved in anything. It's a very liberating experience where you feel like your head untangling. You'll feel like certain knots in your head untangling. And take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Give your attention to your breath. Remain absolutely still and direct all your attention, all your focus towards the passing of that as you breathe in and breathe out. You to imagine a ray of light coming out from above. Just visualize a light coming from above, and it can be golden, yellow, silver, based off how you imagine it to be. Imagine this light washing you over, all over from your head to your fingers. And as light comes, washing you over, I want you to gently scan your body from top to bottom. Simply feel each part of your body. First, starting with the head, you'll be able to feel the presence of the head, then the chest, the shoulders, the arms. Just feel each part of this body, the abdomen, the legs, the knees, calf. If a thought suddenly is pulling you to another direction, simply bring your attention to this passing sensation. Feet, then again, go all the way up again. Imagine this light washing you over and scanning calf, knees, the legs, the abdomen. Very quickly, you're feeling a sensation of your whole body. Your body is feeling very light and nimble. You can feel the lightness of your body. It's almost like a feather. Suddenly bring your attention back towards your breath. Slowly, at your own pace, open your eyes. As you go about through this day, always carry the sensation of your body as well as your breath. Always walk around carrying the sensation of this. In fact, every time you feel anxious, you feel stressed, the easiest thing you can do is immediately bring your attention back towards your breath. Inhabit your body, inhabit your breath. Every time you find yourself overwhelmed with thoughts, wanting to immediately rush into things, immediately come back to your body. House it within your body and come back to your breath. And you will feel so much more lighter. In fact, every time if you want to do focused work as well, you'll see that you'll be able to focus much more deeply if you have attention over your breath. Please maintain this attention over your breath, and you will find yourself being able to relax much more deeply and also go into your whole day with a sense of calm. I wish you all the best. Have an amazing day and just make the most of today. Take care, everyone, and wish you all the best for this week. Okay, you all know your tasks. You all know what you need to do. Get back on track if you have been, if you have been falling back, lacking back, then it's about time you really got into it. If you have any questions now,